Hello fellow Algestrians, I'm Alvarez and this is my representation for discovery. Now I had Luis Alvarez and his big thing was the Alvarez hypothesis. What this was the prediction on why the Cretaceous tertiary mass extinction happened billions of years ago. This was the extinction that wiped out the dinosaurs, a bunch of animals, and 70% of the plant life existing in the Earth at the time. What he said the cause of that was an asteroid that flew in from space at such a high velocity that it created a massive fireball. And this fireball flew dust and ash and residue from the ground into the air, and it clogged the atmosphere so much that the sunlight from the sun couldn't pass through. And because it couldn't pass through, the plants couldn't gain photosynthesis, and therefore they died, and then the herbivores died, and the carnivores died, creating a disastrous chain reaction in the food chain. Now here's the actual explanation. In 1980, Alvarez and his son found a strange, unusual strip of sedimentary rock in Italy. This was 65 million years old, and it contained a very rare element called iridium. Iridium is a rare metal, and it's commonly found in asteroids. This is my representation of the asteroid. All these little yellow spots are the iridium, and what he said was, because so much iridium comes from asteroids, and because there was a small amount of iridium in the layer, the iridium in the layer must have come from an asteroid. And this brings us to this. So, let's picture us billions of years ago in the past. This right here represents a segment of the Earth in which the asteroid hit. You can see the dinosaurs are existent. This represents all the animals that were existent at the time. And here we have all the plants, different types of plants that were existed before the asteroid hit. Now, what's going to happen here now is the asteroid is going to hit this portion of the Earth. And you observe the effect in which he called the clogging effect. Okay. And here we go. Ready? Now, you saw the air, all the flour, which here caused this high residue of the ash. And this represents the ash and all the residue that went in the air and clogged the air. It's light here, but in reality it was so thick that it blocked out all the sunlight, which we're going to represent now. So, you see light here. You can see everything. That's the sunlight before. Now we're going to demonstrate what it looked like after all this air clogged the sun. Observe. Now as you can see here, that's right there is the segment of the Earth. Now there's barely any sunlight coming through because that's how it was. So basically, all the air was clogged by this residue and this ash and dust. And it clogged it so much that sunlight could not come through, and it caused all those extinctions. That is what happened essentially. So now, my iPad. Now let's observe the crater. I'm going to distinguish it a little bit more. But this right here was the crater that was found in 1990. It's called the Chicxulub crater, and it was found in the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. It was found by Hildebrand and Glenn Penfield, and it was around 150 to 200 kilometers wide. This crater, which the Alvarez's didn't find, was the final piece of evidence that they needed to perfect the theory. So, in conclusion, the asteroid came in from Earth, hit the ground at a high velocity, and put all that residue and ash into the air, clogging the sunlight. The sunlight then killed the lack of sunlight rather, killed the plants, killed the herbivores and all the animals, and allowed for that mass extinction to happen. Then, as you saw, the light was extinguished, the crater was found, and Alvarez's hypothesis is the most widely accepted hypothesis in the Earth today. Okay? That wraps it up, and if you want, you can look at my assistant here, my sister Isabel, and the cameraman, my Max. You guys have a good day, and Mrs. Bauer and Mrs. Frenick, you're awesome. Okay.